want y'all to watch this video real quick of a Latina telling everybody Black Americans tried to tell us. Check it out.
There's a Canadian on Threads who asked, like, why aren't we writing and protesting? And somebody responded, like, oh, because we have police officers that are more than happy to pew us in the face. And all I keep thinking about is Black people told us this decades ago. Black people told us about police brutality, about state police, about, like, excessive use of force. Like, they have told us for decades, and nobody believed them. You have movements like BLM and other things, and, like, the ACLU that, like, try to advocate about this. And they've been telling us for years they're doing it to them, soon they're going to do it to us, right? And there's a spectrum here, right? So modern day, I mean, obviously Latinos are less policed, but still hyper-policed compared to white communities, right? But we were told this for a long time, that state police, well, I guess the police of the state, not literal state, but like sanctioned police officers, authority figures, law enforcement are more than happy to be violent against us, but nobody believed them because they were Black people. And on top of that, everybody would villainize them and make it seem like it was their fault. So this is all part of it. Race and racism is intrinsic to what's happening in all facets of the U.S. government and the overreach and the lack of civil rights and protections.
So she saw there, she basically said somebody from Canada wanted to know why, Americans in general, I guess, aren't out there protesting. And she said from a Latina standpoint that, well, the police officers, they are willing to, pew somebody in the face. Of course, we know what happened in Minnesota with Renee Good. And she also said, well, Black Americans tried to tell us that it ain't the police officers that y'all used to dealing with. She even said, as Latinos, they're not used to police being as austere with them as they are with us. But yeah, she's right. When Black Americans get out there, it's a game changer. They're like, yeah, we're going to do a whole lot of stuff to them that they wouldn't ordinarily do to people who are, let's say, lighter skin, right? Like the Latinos or the whites or the Asians. They see them, I guess, a little bit more favorable than they do Black Americans. Of course, you can go all the way to the plantation, or back to the plantation rather, where we weren't even considered humans. And so that ideology still is here today. I mean, you could do something to a dog and you will pay for it, right? And just think about this. Think about some of the videos you've seen where a dog or animal was harmed and people just, they're up in arms. But, kind of when you see it happen to Black Americans, it's like, oh, that's too bad. But ain't nobody really too upset. And I'm not likening us to animals. I'm just saying how, especially here in America, people seem to be more, driven to care about animals more than they do Black Americans. And that comes from the plantation. And so those ideologies are still here. So going back to what she said about the police officers was running around on the plantations, and afterwards, they called them patty rollers, right? Slave patrols. And they just kind of morphed into the police department that we see today. So, of course, when they see Black Americans out there protesting against an injustice, they're like, how dare you? You're not supposed to be doing that. And they're going to try to, neutralize the situation in any way that they can. So, yeah, they are way more brutal. So, again, that's why you don't see us out there. Among other reasons, you don't see us out there because we're not trying to, go up yonder or wherever else they're trying to send us. Because, yeah, we get long prison sentences. Yes, they do harm us more. And we just don't want that. And the other thing is, it's not our fight per se. I know everybody keeps saying you're going to be next or y'all need to get out there because this, that, and the other. Nah. And we ain't really got no good reason to get out there because, again, when we have things that are going on, I mean, we got out there for the civil rights movement and all that. When I say we, our ancestors, and it helped everybody but us. So us getting out there trying to help everybody, the ICE situation, fight against the ICE raids, that's not going to help us. All that's going to do is help the people who are here illegally. Let's keep it a buck. That's going to keep them here. And then they're going to continue getting all that they could get. And Black Americans are going to continue getting benign neglect. So outside of the police brutality, we are abstaining because it doesn't benefit us directly, right? As I came up with a term, WIFBA. What's in it for Black Americans? See, we got to be asking that question of everybody who wants us to get involved with this, that, and the other, or vote this way. WIFBA. What's in it for Black Americans? And if the answer is no, or there's a stutter, or there's a long pause, then there's nothing in it for us. So anyway, y'all let me know what you think of that. And for more insightful commentary, please subscribe to this channel and my channel, The Demetra Kaye Show, here on YouTube. Peace.